rise before you to oppose House Bill 4052. This bill aims to take away the control of local elected officials and prevents them from making the decisions their constituents have elected them to make. The bill itself is only 5 pages, but it only takes 5 seconds to understand the problems this bill presents. From Section 4 to 14, every line begins, "A local governmental body shall not adopt, enforce, or administer an ordinance." The first sentence of these sections makes clear the state will have the ultimate decision-making power regardless of our local governmental bodies being elected to represent their communities, just as we were elected. Our local governments exist to make the decisions they see best fit based on their close and immediate connection to their communities. In local politics, votes that might be considered small or routine at the state level carry much more weight at the local level. In local government, if an elected official takes a vote on a seemingly uncontroversial issue and his or her constituents disagree on the vote that was cast, that local elected official will likely not be in the seat the following term. Not so at the state level. At the state level, we cast votes every day on seemingly small, uncontroversial legislation, and our votes might not always reflect the views of all of our constituents, but because the population is much larger than the population served by a local elected official, the process to recall a state official is a greater task. Local elected officials, however, can be recalled much easier. And that's because more so than our state-level officials, local elected officials truly have their finger on the pulse of the needs and desires of their communities. I would hope that my colleagues, 42 of which, myself included, served as local elected officials, will take the time to remember how important the decision-making power of our local governmental bodies is to managing our local townships, cities, counties, villages, and school boards. So finally, Mr. Speaker, I make a special request to my fellow former township trustees, supervisors, clerks, treasurers, county commissioners, mayors, and city council members to remember what it was like to sit on that board or that council and ask yourselves, if the state stepped in to tell you that your board or city council shall not adopt, enforce, or administer an ordinance your council had deemed appropriate for your community, think about how you would have felt then and take the opportunity to make the right decision now. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.